Just can't wait to get on the road again.
That's it.
Yeah, in today's Flashback Friday, we're taking a look back at the presidential campaigns on the road again during rallies in 1980, the same year Willie's song came out, 1980, yeah?
Former President Gerald Ford made a stop in Oshkosh to support Republican nominee Ronald Reagan in his race against Jimmy Carter. Fox 11's Andy Field has the story from November 2nd, 1980.
Gerald Ford has replayed this scene hundreds of times. A quick airport press conference, a fundraising dinner, and then off to another campaign stop. All the Republicans here, Caston, Roth, Petrie, and Ford, repeated the party's war call.
Inflation under Carter is an insidious evil, and Jimmy Carter is responsible for it. I just picked up the other day a Carter dollar. That's a Carter dollar. If a 15% misery index in 1972 was a good reason to get rid of Jerry Ford, boy, a 21% misery index in 1980 is a darn good reason to get rid of Jimmy Carter.
Senator Gaylord Nelson's been saying that Bob Caston did nothing in Congress. President Ford disagreed. Ford said Caston was a very effective representative, helping get a lot of legislation he needed passed. But Ford kept most of his talk centered on why he feels we can't have 4 more years of Carter's weak foreign and military decisions.
I don't think the hostages would have been seized under a Ford administration. I'm just as convinced that between now and November 4th, Jimmy Carter will try to come up with some manipulated release of the hostages for purely political purposes.
Finally, as most people campaigning for Reagan, Ford talked about what he thinks is Carter's mean streak.
I can still see him pointing his finger very strongly at me and sort of growling a bit. That's good evidence, I think, of meanness and vindictiveness.
After the airport rally, President Ford was shuffled to this $100 a plate dinner. He says he'll continue campaigning for Ronald Reagan right up to Election Day. Meanwhile, Bob Caston has just as busy a schedule, trying to unseat Gaylord Nelson. For TV 11 News in Oshkosh, I'm Andy Field.
Stay tuned to Good Day Wisconsin. Coming up at 7:42, we'll have a look back at a campaign stop from Democratic Vice President Walter Mondale, also from 1980.